The official United t-shirt has officially launched. The link to our website will be in the description below. Go grab one. It's a limited time only 24 available. I'll also be giving away one t-shirt to one lucky winner on my Instagram, so go check it out. Link to my Instagram will be in the description below. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the United podcast. So today we have a special guest, Corey Dixon. How's it going?
What's up? Not bad. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I'm actually happy to bring you on the podcast today. You got a pretty big bio. I think I said that correctly. You're an actor, you're an influencer, you're a event slash talent rep host, and much more. You're a paramedic. You're so much. Is there anything else I'm missing?
No, I mean, besides the fact that I do with the influencer side of things, I obviously do a lot of mental health based charities. At least I try to. Because that's pretty close to home to me. But other than that, yeah, you pretty much covered it.
Also, yeah, you were telling me yesterday, too, you do a bit of singing as well. You actually have some very popular friends that you jam out with, I guess you said?
Yeah, so actually, I did sing at a very young age, did some, like, musicals and stuff like that. And then I quit singing for the longest time, and I kind of wanted to redevelop my voice and fix it up and train my voice better. So I recently got in touch with Michael Hansen, who's won like 5 different Junos. He's Grammy nominated. So him and I are actually working on an original track right now. And we're planning on donating all the proceeds that we earn from that song to mental health initiatives.
Wow. All right. And also, you literally just joined United Roleplay as well. So happy to have you. So you can add that to your bio as well.
I know. Thanks so much for having me. It's honestly been it's been great. It's a solid community. Lots of love throughout the community, and honest to God, it's probably the best RP community I have seen yet. So,
well, thank you very much. I know you have a lot of plans. I know we have a lot of plans we've been talking about for the future for United Roleplay and the United Network in general. So I'm super duper happy about that. So I have a few things I want to ask you, and one of the great things why you've been telling me for the last past week is all these celebrities, all these people you know. And it kind of crazy. I came across this one video you did with Tanner Zipton. I think I'm saying his last name right.
Tanner Zip. I honestly can't pronounce his name either.
Okay.
Terrible. But yeah, from he was from Cineplex. He's no longer with Cineplex, but yeah.
You did like a commercial. Was that for Cineplex?
It was. So it was actually a pre-show commercial for Fate of the Furious. It aired across theaters. We shot it at 401 Mini Indy. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to film. Tanner's a great guy. He's super down to earth. And yeah, it was super fun to film.
So I know he lost his job recently. I think it was like this year, a few months back. What do you think about that?
I don't know the details behind it. I'll say that as far as Tanner as a person, like I said, he's a really good guy, and he deserves nothing but the best. And he's an amazing host. He's amazing at what he does. So I don't know the logistics of why he got let go or how he got let go. I just know he got let go, and unfortunately, that is what it is. But I know he's going to move on to bigger and better things, and I'm wishing him nothing but the best with that.
Also, another person you met recently and did an interview with was Mitchell Mine. Okay, I really suck with last names, all right? I don't understand what the first names versus last names. Like, why is first names so easy to pronounce and the last names are just horrible?
I know.
How do you pronounce it?
Mitch Marner.
Mitch Marner, yes. All right, that's pretty cool, too. I seen you guys did an interview for mental health. Yeah,
so it was a collabed, obviously COVID-19 style interview, where he was on his end, and I was on my end, and we did the live stream with Michael Landsberg, who runs Sick Not Weak. He's a great ambassador for mental health, and Sick Not Weak really does truly highlight all sorts of different mental health initiatives and different sayings, and they actually reach out to people going through stuff as well, and they're just a great connect to have. So I felt like it was my duty to reach out to them and see if I could be of any help and share my story and come on the platform. And sure enough, that happened. And Mitch Marner was the other guest. on it as well, and then the two of us, we were just talking about mental health, and you know, we think it's super important to both of us, so we thought that we had to do it for sure.
Yeah, I know we've been kind of talking about charities we could do for United Roleplay and the United Network in
Yeah.
general, and we were discussing about maybe doing some type of charity for mental health. So
Yeah.
I
No, I
know,
think that's like there's so much stigma behind mental health. Like, like people, a lot of people stay silent about it because they're afraid of getting judged. They're afraid of,
yeah,
being a burden on somebody else. I say, just share your story, as hard as it may be. It took me a long time to share my story out there, and it's not an easy task at all. But, I always tell people, it is your story. Like, everyone deals with some form of mental illness. We all have mental health. In the terms of, we have to look after our mental health, and we have to treat it. If we have to go through therapy, we have to go through therapy, and we have to better ourselves. We have to not be afraid to reach out for help, as hard as it may be. So it's super important to me. So the more help I can do in that field when it comes to mental health related stuff, the more people that I can help with that sort of stuff, the better.
I completely understand on that subject. Like I've dealt with depression, and I've dealt with situations like that, and I've also lost people because of that crap before,
Yeah,
and it sometimes it may be hard to talk about and speak out, but once you actually do and actually have somebody to talk to about it's a world changer.
absolutely. And it does take time to find help too. Like, I know it took me a while to find the right therapist for me. Not everyone you're going to connect with. Not everyone you can, be open and speak out to, right? So it takes time to find that right person to talk to. But once you find that right person, it's very rewarding. And then, once you start getting yourself help, you reach out and help others. I always encourage to continue that train of helping people, pass it down. So, like, whatever skills or knowledge you learn, share it with somebody else. It may not work with them. Everybody with mental health, mental illness difficulties, cope in different ways. But that being said, you never know. You could share a skill with somebody that might actually help them out a lot. So
Yeah. So you actually have a movie coming soon. Well, who knows when it's coming because it's freaking virus. um,
yeah.
so tell me about that. I seen like the sneak peek, the pilot. I think that's what you call it.
Yeah, so essentially we shot two pilots. There's some details that I obviously can't share publicly yet,
Yes.
but we did two pilots for it. We did the screening last year in October at a cinema in downtown Toronto. We had a great turnout. The creators of Degrassi showed up, a bunch of very well-known industry executives. We got good feedback from the creator and director of the Final Destination franchise movies. He
Wow.
loved it. So in terms of where we go next with it, it's either going to go the series route, which I'm personally hoping for, but it may go the feature film route, which also I'll be very happy about. Either way it goes, I'm happy to be a part of it. I do play the lead character in this project. My character's name is Jude. He's a social outcast. He gets bullied. Best way to describe it, it's kind of like a Bates Motel kind of feel. It's a psychological thriller slash horror movie. And yeah, I'm so excited to be a part of it. We have such an amazing cast and crew, and yeah, I'm so amped about it.
Yeah, I was going through some of the cast, and some of them look very talented, so that's awesome. Yeah, you were in a few other TV shows and some other projects and stuff. I was looking on your bio. I was very impressed, especially when you join us and decided to join us. So that's very cool. Like you were in the Grassy, correct?
Yeah, so I played a small role in Degrassi, but I mean, like, it's considered a supporting role because it's like in front of camera and stuff. Very quick role, but I was on set all day and I made like amazing connections and had a blast on set. And was treated like family there. And I made a lot of cool friends out of that too. But yeah, Degrassi was kind of like my Kickstarter, and then of course once you have Degrassi on your resume, no matter if it's an extra role or whatever, it's like, here in Canada, that was the show to go to, right? So
Mm-hmm.
right after that, I started getting booked for lots of gigs, both as supporting roles and lead roles. I actually asked my agent if I could do some sort of extra work as well, just for some extra income and for some extra experience. And my agent won't let me do extra work, so I have to either just stick with supporting and lead role and I'm auditioning for supporting and lead roles, and I can't audition for extra roles. So it's interesting, but it's the way it is. But I love the industry. I've been in the entertainment industry for a long time, ever since the very young age of 5. And yeah, I've acted in shows like Degrassi, Paranormal Witness, Splat a lot, and yeah, I've had a blast in all those shows.
You also work with a bunch of other people, such as wow. I didn't put this one on my notes. I'm very bad at this. This is new to me. All right. Not Wonderland. God damn it, dude! I'm horrible at this. A theme park.
Yeah, yeah. So I do like
Uh,
social media influencing work, right? So with Canada's Wonderland, I've done
Canada's
social media.
Wonderland. Oh, dumb.
Yeah.
It was on my
So
tongue.
yeah, so I'm actually part of what they call their Wonder Crew program, which is their influencer program with Wonderland. So it's a bunch of influencers, bunch of well-known actors, well-known people in Canada that get privileges to the park, which is amazing. You get the gold pass. You get to go experience the new rides. You get to go to media day. You get some free food, which is awesome. Free food is always great. And then essentially we share our experiences at Canada's Wonderland on our social media. So I do anything from YouTube videos to Instagram content to Twitter content, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, so I've done it for that. I've obviously done a couple social media stuff for Roots, which is great.
Oh wow,
Um,
I did not know
what I'm
that.
wearing right now, actually, this is awesome. It's a bit run down, but it was like last year, the year before, they did a promo for their new style of clothing, and they sent it over to me, which is
That's a
awesome.
pretty
Uh,
big brand, actually.
it is, yeah, and honestly, like the people there are great. Like they're very kind and friendly. They're very supportive as well. Matter of fact, I'll find them randomly liking my posts on Instagram.
Didn't you do
That's
something with like Sony or something like that before, or not Sony? You did like a glasses commercial for
for LG
LG.
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, so that was actually one of my very first commercials that I ever did. And it was interesting because it was not too long after the Degrassi role. And my agent called me and was like, "We got you a commercial." And I was really confused because I didn't audition for anything. I didn't audition for this commercial. So my agent reached out, was like, "We got you a commercial." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like an audition?" And they're like, "No, like they want you to act in this commercial." And I'm like, I've never even heard about that before. Like I'm so used to auditioning, and putting in the work with the scripts and stuff like that. But no, they handpicked me. They said he's got the look. We want him, and they picked me for this family that was set to be in the commercial,
Well, you're
and it
you're
aired.
saying that wasn't your dad, your real dad? Wow, very
Oh yeah,
disappointing. It ruined my
it,
childhood.
yeah, I know what's going. No, so that was not my real dad, obviously. But yeah, they had a whole family set up, and they did a bunch of different shots. We were up in a downtown condo in Toronto filming that, and then it aired on every TV in Best Buy, and it aired
That's
in
crazy.
movie theaters, and it aired on some TV channels as well. So it was really cool. But yeah.
So I kind of wanted to ask this. So with the coronavirus going on, how did that affect you? Like, is this affecting your career at all? Is it just everything just completely on hold? Obviously.
Um, Affecting my career in some ways, yes. In other ways, no. Because I've been able to stay somewhat active on my social media and stuff like that. And actually, a lot of the projects that I have planned, or even on some auditions that I had prior to this coronavirus hitting, has essentially just been put on hold. Now, I have musician friends and other actor friends that their projects got entirely canceled. So it's very sad to hear that. It's sad what's going on in the world when it comes to people dying and how sick this virus has made people, as well as the catastrophe it's caused with you know the passion people have. Like people have passion for the entertainment industry. People have passion for their work. People have passion to go out and do
Yeah,
certain
like
things.
everything is completely on hold right now. Like there's no movies
Yeah,
being filmed, no TV shows, no nothing. So that's pretty crazy.
exactly. So like everything's on hold, which is it's crazy. There's never been anything like this. I even talked to my dad about it. He's never seen anything like this. The closest thing to this was SARS, and SARS wasn't even like a complete lockdown like this. So it
A
was quite
crazy
a
point of her life. I know I have a lot of freaking plans and stuff. What we've been talking about is completely on hold right now because of this.
yeah, absolutely. They're talking about using some restrictions. We'll see how that goes. I just hope that they're easing it at the right time. I just hope they don't ease it at the wrong time, and then the infection starts to spread again, and then next thing you know, we're all on quarantine again. So I think like taking it slow would be the best route to go. But I'm not the government, and I'm not WHO or CDC, so it's all up to them really on what happens. I just hope they're making the right choices. That's all.
You also do other things such as you do your interview live streams and stuff like that. I guess that's not on hold. So recently, you guys just interviewed "Say We Can Fly," which is pretty well known
Yeah,
artist in Canada. He has quite a bit
yeah,
of popular songs out there, so that's pretty cool.
yeah, absolutely. Braden is a great guy. Say we can fly, Braden. He's a great guy, and he's very down to earth, and we're friends, and he does photography work as well, and he's super talented in so many ways. Man, I can't even describe how talented that guy is. But yeah, as for our live, it's on our DeVoe Inc. Instagram channel, and with DeVoe Inc. It's owned by my buddy Hayden DeVoe, who is also another good friend of mine, and he's an influencer as well. And he wants to really help highlight talents and stuff like that, especially during this difficult time. So he actually had the idea of this awesome live stream, and he reached out to me and said, "Hey, Corey, I know you've done hosting in the past. I would love for you to host it." So I was like, "Sure, why not? Let's do it." So we've been recruiting in talents and hosting this live every single Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And
I'm
it's
a
been
pretty big. I'm very well known and very talented for my beatbox or not beatboxing, my rapping skills. I don't know if you came across that on YouTube.
I haven't yet, but I gotta check that out. Maybe we'll have you on the live
No,
stream.
it's horrible. It's very bad. Oh god. All right. All right. So I understand. A few years back, actually 5 years back, you had a big trauma. What happened?
Yeah,
You. Yeah. You.
yeah.
You
So it's
tell
about
me.
4 years ago. Yeah, so it was about 4 years ago. I took a tumble off a 50-foot cliff. I had a ruptured aorta, so I was bleeding internally right away. I had a massive brain bleed. I had major spinal cord damage. I had over 30 fractures, lacerated spleen, collapsed lung, all sorts of stuff. I was in ICU on life support for over 2 weeks, taken to a trauma center. I was transferred through 4 different hospitals. They weren't sure if I was going to be able to walk again. Yeah, it was both a very extensive physical and emotional journey for sure. And to be able to get from that to where I am now, it took a while, but I got here, and I wasn't supposed to walk. I wasn't even supposed to live again. Like literally, I was told multiple times I should have died, and I didn't for whatever reason. But I'm here, and I enjoy helping people. It's the number one thing I love doing.
You're also a
Um,
paramedic because of this trauma as well. You want to help people as much as possible. You were telling me.
Yeah, so I do like so essentially on the medical side of things, after I had my trauma, because I was in hospital for so long, I was like, I'm doing this all this entertainment industry stuff, but like I've learned all this stuff just sitting in a hospital bed, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with it? So I actually made the choice to, once I went through rehab and was able to walk again, I knew that I had, some of the strength to be able to do it. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and go go try to become a medic. And sure enough, I went through the proper certifications and whatnot. And then now I'm doing both event medical, patient transfer. I've done ride outs with Peel Regional Paramedics. And now I'm also helping out with their community responder program, which is a new program that they have where we have an app on our phone. We have a responder bag with everything in it that you can think of. And essentially, what happens is we'll get a ping to the nearest cardiac arrest or critical call, and then we respond to that. So even when we're not there at the headquarters or doing anything with them specifically, we can still get pinged to a call, which is an awesome new program that they've developed. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. And it's actually been proven to already start saving lives, which is great to hear.
Wow. Like the cool thing about this is like I know you personally, not like personally IRL, but a friendship level, and I know you don't need to do this, but you choose to do it. You don't need to work as a paramedic. You have side projects, you have other things you need to do, and you whatever. You choose to do this, and that's awesome to think about. You actually choose to help people. You don't need it for the money. You don't do it for the money. You actually do it to help people, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
I mean, the thing is too, like I said, like I don't feel complete unless I am truly helping somebody. Like I always try my best to help as many people as I can. I can't help everybody. But like I said, like even on like an emotional level, like if I see someone that's down, like I'll encourage them to like reach out to me. I'm no therapist, but I say, hey, if you want to talk, vent, whatever, just reach out to me and we'll chat. So, but yeah, if I'm not helping somebody at least once a day, I don't feel complete. So I just feel like I have to help somebody because first of all, I want to, and second of all, it's like I feel like I was given a second chance on Earth to do exactly that. So
Mhm.
that's kind of that's what I plan on doing, and that's what I'm going to continue to do is to help other people as much as I possibly can in whatever capacity that might be.
That's crazy. All right. So I wanted to ask this earlier. This is kind of like not the best time to ask it, but who's your favorite celebrity you've ever met? Like, or personally on a personal level or whatever.
Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard to pick. I got to say, like a lot of my industry friends are super down to earth people, and they're super nice and friendly and super talented. Um, God, I'd have to say recently, like the recent friend that I made connections with would be Braden. Say we can fly. He's really a genuine and down to earth dude. Not that my other industry friends aren't, but he's very real, and he's not holding back at all with the way he expresses himself.
There's a lot of
Um,
fake people. There's a lot of fake people, and he's
yeah,
one of those real people.
absolutely, and a lot of celebrity figures too, like ones that I don't know, but know of. They keep a lot of stuff to themselves. They don't share a lot of personal stuff, which personally I don't understand why. I mean, I do understand why, but I don't, because I'm like, if you're going through mental health related stuff, everybody goes through stuff like that, and it's like if you share it, you can almost influence other people to help others. So I think that more people should do that and share their stories and stuff like that. I just feel like it's not being done enough. I feel like at least once a day, a celebrity can post a tweet saying, hey, hope your mental health's doing okay. Feel free to reach out. I know celebrities do that, but they don't do it all the time. But like, I try, at least on my Twitter, to post something motivational at least once a day.
I've been
Um,
noticing that. I follow you, so.
yeah. So like, to try to influence other people to help others and to let people know they're not alone either. Um, so yeah, but regardless of that, like all my industry friends, they're so nice and so down to earth. And I've got invited to incredible events like the MMVAs and events at the Moslin Amphitheater down near Ontario Place, and all these really cool events, and you meet really awesome connections, and it continues. Like once you meet one connection, it's like you meet another connection, then you get to meet so many more connections, and then you get invited to all these cool concerts and events, and you get to hang out with the coolest of people, and
I know you
honestly, like
were inviting me to a few things, and I really want this quarantine to end. You invited me to Canada's Wonderland, and like a creator's pass or something like that, influences. So I really want to do it. I've never been to that place. It sounds awesome. I've seen videos. I've seen your videos on it. Um, so I'm very hyped to get out of this freaking house. Hopefully it's sooner than later. This quarantine crap. They need a freaking cure. Hurry up.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and then once we get the okay, we'll fly you down here in Ontario, and we'll get you to Canada's Wonderland, and we'll work on the stuff that we said we were gonna work on. Because I think that we had a lot of cool ideas for
Oh
United, and
yeah.
I'd love to see this community expand more than what it is already.
Yes, for sure. All right. So that's basically everything. Thank you so much for joining
You,
us here today, United Roleplay and United Podcast. So, do you have anything you want to say? Do you have anything you want to promote or anything like that?
I just want to like everybody out there to know that you know, not so much for me to promote. I got things coming up, but the thing I see most important is I hope all of you guys are doing okay out there. Know that you're not alone. You're never alone, even though you feel alone. Sometimes that's okay. It's okay to not feel okay, but just know you're not alone. You're deeply loved. Everyone that's in this community, shout out to you guys. You're keeping it rocking. This community is really blowing up. I'm happy to be here and be a part of it. Thank you so much to Raditz for having me. And yeah, let's make some cool things happen, guys.
Awesome. And also, let your producers know and stuff like that. If they want an extra, I'm here. All right. Like, if you just want to bring me in just to kill me, I'm down. All right. I'm down. Just give me some screen time.
I'll make that text or phone call right now to the writer. Right.
All right.
So,
All right. Thank you so much.